This is one of the most scaring moments in my entire life. I'm going to make my first video blog in English. I understand English very well, but I haven't been speaking English for about 20 years or something. But I'm listening to American radio stations, especially ABC. Their broadcast start now almost every day, so I do understand it, but it's very scary to speaking English. I'm not bullshitting you. This video contains the entire version of Pink Floyd's The Final Cut, but there's something I had to say first. And if you don't want to hear me, there is a button about here, I think. You can move that until you see some pictures that have no relevance to the music whatsoever. I will tell you about that in a minute. Well, I've been doing video blogs in Norwegian just for family and friends since 2008. None of them have attracted much attention, and well, that this was not the purpose either. It was just for having contact with family and friends. I do have some videos that have quite a few viewers. A few years ago, YouTube had a very strange policy. If you had a copyright violation, you were blocked from uploading for 3 years, like 3 months. So I have a lot of different accounts, and on one of my accounts there is a little song from a little Norwegian local band from Sandnes near Stavanger, the town I grew up in, called Nothing. Well, exactly. They are not called Nothing, they are called Ingenting. It means nothing, but the name of the band is Ingenting. It's about 2.5 minutes long and has been seen about 1.8 million times. On this channel, I think it is a dinosaur video, which is actually not very good. That is the most viewed, with about 650,000 views or something like that. But of course, when I'm speaking Norwegian just to my family, it's not meant to gather much attention. I've been drinking quite a few cans of Cruz Campo, beer produced in Sevilla, about 20 miles, 200 kilometers south from Merida. And because of that, I'm now able to speak to you in English, because I think it is a bit embarrassing. No, but enough about that. I want to say something about Pink Floyd. Of course, I've been drinking beer, but I'm not an alcoholic. I'm a Pink Floydaholic. Well, there are a few good bands from the old days. One of them were, of course, Jefferson Airplane. But after they started this Starship, Jefferson Starship, and built the city of rock and roll, well, that is not the kind of music I like. So, well, those old songs, and especially the songs written by that lady, what was her name? Grace Lick, are fantastic. But On the second place, I place Doors. They are so great. Riders of the Storm, The End. The only song I really don't like by the Doors is the Alabama song, Please Don't Take Me to the Next Whiskey Bar, because I really don't like whiskey. I think that song is really bad. I suppose it is meant to be ironic, but I don't like it. But the rest of the songs from Doors, they are just very good. If you don't know Doors, I will recommend to buy a collection called Weird Scenes Inside the Gold Mine. They have everything, and ends with one of my favorite, When the Music's Over. In the background you are hearing one of my favorite recordings ever. It is by Pink Floyd. It is Atom Heart Mother. From the time I heard it, I became an instant Pink Floydaholic. I've been playing the A sides, A face of that, you know, those great plastic things that they used to put music on in the old days when I was young. They had two sides. You had to flip the faces to hear the other side, but face of side one, it was so good that it took me many years to flip it over to hear the other side, which actually contains some very good stuff. It's the same with metal. I really do love metal. Not so much the lyric parts, so I've been making myself an edit version without lyrics, with with all the instrumental parts. That one I really do like, but metal, very good. It took me a long time to flip over that as well, and I found it contains some very interesting recordings. I would say my favorite Pink Floyd album is definitely Atom Heart Mother. And if you hear it, you will understand what it is about. I could make a video about that with Atom Heart Mother in the background and explaining what's happening, and I'm sure that even Pink Floyd would agree. No, but it's very pre-apocalyptic. But it ends well. There is no bomb. That's my interpretation of Atom Heart Mother, and I'm sure that Pink Floyd would agree. I saw, was it David Gilmour or Roger Waters? One of them said that they didn't like that album so much. They thought that it was a mistake, but I think that it is the best when it comes to music. Of course, I like Dark Side of the Moon very much, of course. And as well, of course, the Wall. It's a very good album, a very good concept album. Also a very good film made by Alan Parker, with some alternative versions of some songs. I would say I like the version of Mother in the film, but without the images, I do prefer the studio recording. But for the film, that version is very well. And there is an extension, there's an extra song what is it called? I don't remember the name of the song, but there's something about the attic filled with cash. Very good extension of that song. But there is one important song missing in the film. That is Hey You, one of my favorites. So I was wondering how they were going to do that when they were going to release the motion picture soundtrack, because they sold this single record when the tiger broke free. I bought it very short, and on the B-side it had only Bring the Boys Back Home, less than a minute long, so I thought that was not good playing time money value, but I was looking forward to the forthcoming album, which was supposed to be the final cut of the soundtrack from the film The Wall. But when they said editing it, I don't know, I don't recall whether it was Roger Waters or David Gilmour. It might even have been Alan Parker who said, "This is boring. It's almost like doing the same thing all over again. I don't think people will be pleased. We have to make a new album." And Roger Waters had already been writing quite a few songs left over that wasn't part of The Wall. So in a very few weeks they recorded the album that we are about to hear. That's called The Final Cut. Still is called The Final Cut. And it is actually the last album of the United Pink Floyd, so in fact the name isn't that bad. But nobody was paying much attention to that album because it wasn't what we had expected. I noticed that there were some two songs that was possible to play on radio, the last two tracks on the B-side, Two Suns and a Sunset and Not Now, John. But the rest was, well, you had to pay attention to it. It wasn't happy music, it was kind of depressing music. Maggie, what have you done? What have you done to England? Should we shout? Should we scream? What happened to the post-war dream? Maggie, what have you done? Ja, det er ikke bare Maggie som har gjort mye skade på verden. Men nå har jeg bablet nok. Har jeg gått over til å snakke norsk? Det var ikke meningen. Speaking English makes me nervous, so I actually went back to Norwegian again. That was not my intention. You can write in the comments whether or not you think it's wise to continue making video blogs in English. Look, it's quite some interesting scenes to see around here in Merida, but you can see them on my channel, but most of the time I'm speaking Norwegian, sometimes Spanish, but always with good background music, very much music. Now, I think that the album we are about to hear by lyrics is the best album by Pink Floyd ever. It beats even the wall. This is even better, but it is hardly listened to. Here is my 2 last video blogs tied together. Never mind the pictures, they have absolutely no relations with neither Pink Floyd nor the lyrics of the songs. And maybe you should just open another blank browser, maybe see some pictures, but don't start reading something. You have to pay attention to the lyrics. The lyrics are so great. I think it is the best concept album by lyrics by Pink Floyd, but my heart still belongs to Atom Heart Mother. Have a nice day. Here is Pink Floyd.
Plans to build a nuclear fallout shelter at Peterborough in Cambridge.
3 High Court judges have cleared the way for Cabra.
It was announced today that the replacement for the Atlantic conveyor, the container ship lost in the Falklands conflict, will be built in Japan. A spokesman for Cuba
Moving in, and they say the third world countries like Bolivia, which produce the drug, are suffering from rising violence, economic damage, and political instability.
Tell me true, tell me why was Jesus crucified? Was it for this that Daddy died? Was it you? Was it me? Did I watch too much TV? Is that a hint of accusation in your eyes? If it wasn't for the nips being so good at building ships, the yards would still be open on the Clyde. And it can't be much fun for them beneath the rising sun, with all their kids committing suicide. What have we done? Maggie, what have we done? What have we done to England? Should we shout? Should we scream? What happened to the post-war dream? Oh, Maggie, Maggie, what did we do? They flutter behind you, your possible pasts. Some bright-eyed and crazy, some frightened and lost. A warning to anyone still in command. Of their possible future to take care. In derelict sidings the poppies entwine with cattle trucks lying in wait for the next time. Stood in the doorway, the ghost of a smile, haunting her face like a cheap hotel sign. Her cold eyes imploring the men in their bags for the gold in their bags or the knives in their backs. Stepping up boldly, one put out his hand. He said, I was just a child then, now I'm only a man. By the cold and religious we were taken in hand, shown how to feel good and told to feel bad. Strung out behind us the banners and flags of our possible past lie in tatters and rags. When you're one of the few to land on your feet, what do you do to make ends meet? Make 'em mad, make 'em sad, make 'em add 2 and 2, or make 'em me, or make 'em you. Make 'em do what you want them to. Make 'em laugh, make 'em cry, make 'em lay down and die. just before dawn, one miserable morning in Black 44, when the forward commander was told to sit tight, when he asked that his men be withdrawn, and the generals gave thanks as the other ranks held back the enemy tanks for a while, and the Anzio bridgehead was held for the price of a few hundred ordinary lives. And kind old King George sent Mother a note when he heard that Father was gone. It was, I recall, in the form of a scroll with gold leaf and all. And I found it one day in a drawer of old photographs hidden away. And my eyes still grow damp to remember His Majesty signed with his own rubber stamp. It was dark all around, there was frost in the ground when the tigers broke free, and no one survived from the Royal Fusiliers Company C. They were all left behind, most of them dead, the rest of them dying. And that's how the High Command took my daddy from me.
Klokken unnskyld.
Asleep. That's the only time that I can really speak to you. And there is something that I've locked away, a memory that is too painful to withstand the light of day. But burning in my heart, the memory smolders on of the gunner's dying words on the intercom. up to meet me now, but in the space between the heavens and the corner of some foreign field, I had a dream. I had a dream. Goodbye, Max. Goodbye, Ma. After the service, when you're walking slowly to the car, and the silver in her hair shines in the cold November air, you hear the tolling bell and touch the silk in your lapel. And as the teardrops rise to meet the comfort of the band, take her frail hand and hold on to the dream. Place to stay, enough to eat. Somewhere old heroes shuffle safely down the street, where you can speak out loud about your doubts and fears. And what's more, no one ever disappears. You never hear the standard issue kicking in your door. You can relax on both sides of the tracks, and maniacs don't blow holes in bandsmen by remote control. And everyone has recourse to the law, and no one kills the children anymore. No one kills the children anymore. Night after night, going round and round my brain. This dream is driving me insane. In the corner of some foreign field, the gunner sleeps tonight. What's done is done. We cannot just write off his final scene. Take heed of the dream. Take heed.
Her NRK Dagsnytt klokken 12.
Button your lip and don't let the shield slip. Take a fresh grip on your bulletproof mask. And if they try to to break down your disguise with their questions. You can hide, hide, hide. Behind paranoid eyes. You put on your brave face and slip over the road for a job. Fixing your grin as you casually lean on the bar. Laughing too loud at the rest of the world with the boys in the crowd. You can hide, hide, hide. Tell you what, free place, play for fun. Behind petrified eyes. You believed in their stories of fame, fortune, and glory. Now you're lost in a haze of alcohol, soft middle age. The pie in the sky turned out to be miles too high. And you hide, hide, hide. Behind brown and mild eyes. Brezhnev took Afghanistan and Begin took Beirut. Galtieri took the Union Jack. And Maggie, over lunch one day, took a cruiser with all hands, apparently to make him give it back. Take all your overgrown infants away somewhere and build them a home, a little place of their own, the Fletcher Memorial, home for incurable tyrants and kings. And they can appear to themselves every day. On closed circuit TV to make sure they're still real. Mr. Bacon and friend, Mrs. Thatcher, the Paisley, Mr. Brezhnev and party, the ghost of McCarthy, and the memories of Nixon. And now, adding colour, a group of anonymous Latin American meatpacking glitterati. Did they expect us to treat them with any respect? We can polish their medals and sharpen their smiles and abuse themselves, playing games for a while. Boom, boom, bang, bang, lie down, you're dead. Disembarked in 45, and no one spoke and no one smiled. There were too many spaces in the line. And gathered at the cenotaph, all agreed with hand on heart to sheathe the sacrificial knives. But now she stands upon Southampton Dock with her handkerchief and her summer frock, clings to her wet body in the rain. In quiet desperation, knuckles white upon the slippery reins, she bravely waves the boys goodbye again. Still the dark stain spreads between their shoulder blades. A mute reminder of the poppy fields and graves. When the fight was over, we spent what they had made. In the bottom of our hearts, we felt the final cut. fish-eyed lens of tear-stained eyes. I can barely define the shape of this moment in time. And far from flying high in clear blue skies, I'm spiraling down to the hole in the ground where I hide. If you negotiate the minefield in the ride and beat the dogs and cheat the cold electronic eyes, and if you make it past the shotguns in the hall, dial the combination, open the priest hole, and if I'm in, I'll tell you. There's a kid who had a big hallucination, making love to girls in magazines. He wonders if you're sleeping with your newfound faith. Could anybody love him? Or is it just a crazy dream? And if I show you my dark side, will you still hold me tonight? And if I open my heart to you, show you my weak side, what would you do? Would you sell your story to Rolling Stone? Would you take the children away and leave me alone and smile in reassurance as you whisper down the phone? Would you send me packing? Or would you take me home? Just then the phone rang. I never had the nerve to make the final cut. ship, we'll go and get pissed. But not now, darling, I gotta get on with this.
Gotta get on with this. Gotta get on.
Hold on, John, I think there's something good. I used to read books, but could be the news or some amusement. Could be reusable shoes. Fuck all that, we've gotta get on with these. Gotta compete with the wily Japanese.
Gotta get on.
No need to worry about the Vietnamese. Gotta bring the Russian back to this.
Gotta get on.
Maybe the Russian back, maybe the Swedes. We show Argentina how it's going to be. Makes me tough and wouldn't make me bleed. Na 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 na. What's everybody for?
We gotta get on.
Excuse me, nobody will know.
Gotta get on.
Say parallel, please, I know.
We gotta get on.
Civil play right in the hall.
Gotta get on. Gotta get on.
Hey, where's the thing, Roger?
We gotta get on. Gotta get on. Gotta get on. Knock, knock, knock. We gotta get on. Gotta get on. Gotta get on. Knock, knock, knock. We gotta get on.
Ja, jag har lite problem med tekniken. Det är sådana ting som sker.
In my rearview mirror, the sun's going down. Sinking behind bridges in the road. I think of all the good things that we have left undone. And I suffer premonitions, confirm suspicions of the Holocaust to come. The rusty wire that holds the cord that keeps the anger in. Gives way, and suddenly it's day again. The sun is in the east, even though the day is done. Two suns in the sunset. Could be the human race is right. Like the moment when the brakes lock and you slide towards the big truck. You stretch the frozen moments with your fear. as the windshield melts and my tears evaporate. Leaving only charcoal to defend. Finally, I understand the feelings of the few. Ashes and diamonds, foe and friend. We were all equal in the end.
Scattered showers
Nå tok et vedtak på å legge ned en næring.
If you don't have any art, you're pretty much lost.
Tell everybody, I think you should get out there and do it too. I even changed one of my songs to fit the occasion. It goes, vaccine, 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 vaccine. I'm begging of you, please don't hesitate. Vaccine, 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 vaccine. 'Cause once you're dead, then that's a bit too late.